doing business with the United Arab Emirates and encourage enterprises from the UAE to use Mauritius as a platform to go into Africa, to tap the huge potential of the African continent. This is precisely why the Economic Development Board organized a business networking session here with delegates from the UAE, and also to see how can Mauritius benefit from the Expo 2020 to be held in Dubai. This is a huge fair where Mauritian enterprises get to meet businesses from around the world. So in this edition of Business Connect, we're going to see how this event went on.
But it's also the historically reference of Dubai.
Mr. François Guibert, the EDB is holding this business meet, this business forum with the UAE counterparts and also this networking session. Why is this necessity to organize this business meet?
UAE is already a key partner of Mauritius, but we believe that with the key milestone of this World Expo in 2020, where Dubai is giving us the privilege to be next to the biggest pavilion in the Expo, which will make both Mauritius and Dubai very visible. We believe that we have to strengthen all our FDI, trade, and overall relationship between the two countries to be sure that when we are there, we are at the peak, let's say, hopefully, of our growth in terms of trade and investment.
Dr. Jamal Sumaiti, so what importance do you give to this kind of business meet and networking event?
This economic and business events is important for both sides, for opportunities. So every party from UAE or from Mauritius side, they are looking for a new challenge, a new faces, a new capital to invest. And we are here just to share some knowledge about the importance of investing and partnership between both countries. I'm sure every country has its own advantages, and I think we come across the platform where we stand and we meet with some sharing knowledge together, as both countries they have acceptance for the others, for foreigners and for locals, for everybody, and they are also the tolerance. So many ethical group here in Mauritius, and the same apply in UAE. So I think it's a great opportunity for both countries to discover the importance to invest in each country, and hopefully by the end of this event we'll have some shake hands after that.
To promote trade and investment and to work on the country branding.
So the EDB is organizing this business meeting and the networking event. What can be expected with this event with the delegates coming from the UAE?
Yeah, the interest from the UAE basically is the United Arab Emirates, as you know, is a hub, is a platform for doing business in the Middle East. And UAE operators are now looking at doing vertical integration into Africa. One example, if you look at the food FAO report on food industry, they will tell you by the year 2050 is the companies that control food supply are going to control the world economy. And you see a lot of UAE-based companies nowadays that have made billions out of the oil industry or the property development. They're doing vertical integration into Africa now or other parts of the world where they're investing into landing, agricultural land, developing capabilities so that tomorrow they will be the companies that are supplying food to the world. And doing that, they need a platform to structure the investment to control the operations in Africa. And that's where the Mauritius International Financial Center and Mauritius as a platform for professional service becomes important for the UAE. And I think that's what they're looking at, because they need a place that they can trust, where there's social, political, economic stability, and Mauritius answers to that.
So everyone now today is talking about the Africa strategy for Mauritius. Now, what is the importance of this Middle East market of the United Arab Emirates?
Well, we believe that indeed we can open the door. There is government-to-government already agreements, But we think that, you know, from the big blocks of Europe, of India, China, and also from UAE, we can, let's say, be the place of creating regional headquarters or competence center for driving the business in Africa. Big companies will, of course, set up their manufacturing or sales organization close to the customer in Africa. But there is a lot of other positions which are generic to a big company like HR, like IT, like finance, like legal, like training, like many other protection of IP and so on, that can be set up in Mauritius and not to be duplicated in every country of Africa, while from here you can drive them very easily with all the connection we have and the government agreement that we have. So, in other words, make a little bit Mauritius, like Singapore has been in the past 20 years versus ASEAN, not to copy, but to extract the ingredient of success, to apply them in the context of the history, the way of operating, the culture, let's say, of Mauritius, but to extract these ingredients and make it really efficient and in execution, in movement for driving the business of many companies that can set up their operation here.
When we talk about Dubai, okay, United Arab Emirates, but especially Dubai, we know all Dubai, there's Abu Dhabi also. It's very important to talk about the airlines which help to develop this part of the world. So what experience can Mauritius inspire from you and develop the same thing here?
There is a demand from Mauritius government to develop more in the area of the aviation in general, which means that there is a development for the airlines, for the airports, and Mauritius is aiming to be the second or one of the hub in Africa, similar to Dubai and Singapore. And this is a good opportunity to learn from our experience. We have our aviation for the last 50 years, and it's about airlines development, it's about airports development. Today I have Dubai Airport as one of the biggest hub in the world. We are competing with Heathrow today. So having an experience with such big airports, it might give an opportunity in the future for Mauritius to be one of our strategic partners in the future. We have a big number, or we are one of the highest airports of the country in the connectivity, which means that you have a lot of, more than 80% of the passengers going through Dubai airports, and Abu Dhabi as well is coming in the soon future, the new project of the Abu Dhabi terminal with the new capacity of 50 million passengers. If we talk about the airlines, UAE is adapting an open sky policies which allow you to fly to UAE with unlimited frequencies, and we are aiming to have the same with the Mauritius in the future. So it's a big opportunity to develop economy, tourism, connectivity, and Mauritius Airlines as well can be benefiting from having UAE as a hub and access more countries and states through this hub.
We understand that Mauritius and the Emirates, Dubai especially, have some similarities, but also Dubai has got some particularities which we don't possess. Do we need to get inspired from that model?
That's exactly the purpose of such forum, and this is just, as I say, the first step. There will be many other delegations coming and from Mauritius going to Dubai in the meantime before 2020 to be sure that there is a better understanding of what we can do in terms of strategic partnership for both trade and investment. We believe that there is really room to grow. Today, trade is quite low, and I'm sure that we can improve it drastically. The FDI has been already strong. The financial place of Mauritius and Dubai are playing very well together. But in terms of trade, we can do much better. So we will have much more forum in the coming months, quarters, and the coming 1 year and a half before the Expo 2020 to be sure that we can show the result to the whole world in Dubai in 2020.
I believe there should be some differences. Otherwise, if we are all similar, then there is no need to invest. So Mauritius, for example, is a beautiful city, city of nice life, nice beaches, nice people. Dubai is again a place of a very good and strong infrastructures that provide for everybody. So I'm sure there are so many successful also stories, both sides. And again, you need to be involved with somebody who is different from you. I cannot, because otherwise I will not get benefit out of you. I'm sure it's not about just economy, but also about sharing also social life between each countries, the traditions. Yeah, it starts with economy, but it ends with so other things.
So do you think in our strategy that we have, the Africa strategy, tapping the potential of Africa, especially you've just mentioned the food industry, with so much this continent has got to offer in terms of land and other resources, can the UAE use Mauritius as a platform to go in Africa? And can we go there together?
It's not about Mauritius using UAE, it's more like we want UAE to use us to get there. And that's exactly what we are doing, positioning Mauritius as a platform for professional service, establishing Mauritius as the best country for doing business in the world, where we are 25th in the world, first in Africa in ease of doing business. We're first in Africa in the corporate governance. We're first in Africa in economic democracy. All these are factors that will attract the UAE investor to be based in Mauritius. So we do want the UAE, as much as any other country, by the way, any other NMCs based from any other country, we want them to use Mauritius and go into Africa. So the time is opportune to really tell the UAE operators that wants to go outside and do vertical integration, acquire the source base of products and material, and to do it from Mauritius. So that is why the EDB associated itself with the UAE delegation and to organize this business forum today, so that they get to know what Mauritius is about, they get a chance to mingle with the Mauritian operators and really understand how to take forward their plans.
Do you think that Mauritius and the Emirates can cooperate, can collaborate to tap this huge potential of the African continent?
Again, it's great to raise this. You need friends in this world, and you have to be picky in this. You shouldn't put your hand in whosoever, but you should shake hand with somebody who you trust. And this is likewise also from Mauritius side. They need to, when they trust UAE, because of the advantage of having business, of having a new relation at the political life, at the economic life, at social life. So it's very important for both sides to share this. Trust is very important. Life without trust will be declined and will be corrupted. And we are looking positively for this relation. We love the people of Mauritius. I have a talk with so many people here who are looking forward to have business in Dubai. And also UAE, they have some, I don't want to expose this, but there are so many big and mega projects are going to be here also in Mauritius.
Now, with that rich story you've got, rich success story you've got, do you intend to share your expertise, bring your expertise and collaboration to Mauritius here?
Well, it's just the beginning. This is the first forum, and it's good to learn about what is the strategic people are thinking here and what is your vision. So we can elaborate and we can build more from this forum and our future plans. How can we cooperate and how can we work and share the experience? We can export and import the experience as well from the two sides.
Now, this is this Expo 2020 coming. How far do you think Mauritius can benefit from it?
In many ways, Expo 2020 is going to be one of the biggest trade fair in the world. It's going to be over a period of 6 months. Dubai is expecting about 25 million people, and about 70% of that, so we're looking at about 17 million visitors from overseas, business people, to come and visit Dubai Expo 2020. It's an opportunity for Mauritius to showcase itself, not just the history, not just the cultural diversity that we have, also the diverse economy that we have, the ability that we have in this part of the world to really become a platform to the rest of the world. So Dubai 2020 is a window to the world, an opportunity that we shouldn't really miss on. But today we saw the senior manager from Expo 2020 was talking about Mauritian operators, SMEs, that can register on the online supplier platform for the Dubai 2020, and that will give them access to all the companies in Dubai that need their service, whether you are an event organizer, whether you're a photographer, whether you are a financial analyst, you want to offer your service, or whether you're an SME that is producing chips or whatever it is. You can put your products and services online, register on the platform, and it will be all the organization working for Dubai 2020 can tap into your service and say, I want this product or I want this service from you. So it is an opportunity for organization to start working, start building business with Dubai 2020, and then again, when the event will be on over 6 months, it's going to be an excellent window to showcase Mauritius, our history, our culture, our heritage, and our economic diversity as well.
Today we have Expo 2020 representative in the forum, and she's here to promote Expo and invite officially Mauritius to be part of the Expo 2020, where you can be meeting more than 170 states already signed their attendance. So it's an opportunity for Mauritius to be with us in Expo 2020, and we are here honestly promoting this as well.
Expo is a small world where every country go there and share the culture of the country, the development of countries. So everybody can learn from others, and it's important to be at this level of international level to share, because you will summarize your history in this. So not many people can come to Mauritius, but in this event, everybody will come across Mauritius, and you have to be very selective in this. So you need to tell everybody about what is the successful story that happens in the past and today, and what are you going to do in future. So this is opportunity for Mauritius and for UAE and for everybody, African, Asian, European, everybody. Because, you know, it's going to be like for almost 6 months, and in 6 months, there will be opportunity for everybody to meet each other and to learn from each other. And I'm sure after that, there will be report, will be written by your people, by your officials, about, it's going to be like huge to say about it. At the end of the day, everybody will get benefit out of this, and hopefully Mauritius, one of the countries that, and I'm sure they are going to be a great countries.
I believe this business forum is a very good start to meet people from the UAE, business people. Now, what can be expected after this forum?
Well, it all depends what comes out of this forum, but we are expecting further avenues of collaboration. We're expecting, coming from today, we see Mauritian organizations and the 12 organizations from UAE that are here to see a really meaningful way to take this economic corridor further between Mauritius and the UAE. Currently, if you look at trade between the two countries, it's I think it amounts, total trade amounts to about $92 million between Mauritius and the UAE, and the trade deficit for Mauritius, it's against Mauritius, is $62 million, right? So we need to close that gap. What can we do? You know, what products and services can we send to the UAE? This is the opportunity to do that. We have amongst the delegates today Lulu Group, which is one of the biggest retail outlets in the UAE. It's an opportunity for manufacturers, SMEs in Mauritius, to talk with this regional director from Lulu Group to propose their products and services.
We understand that growth, economic development is driven by the private sector, but what will be the role of EDB in this?
Well, we are driving both. Of course, there is organization taking care of the private sector, and we are representing, obviously, the public sector. But we are, let's say, mixing them together, and we have an excellent relationship with Business Mauritius, the Chamber of Commerce, and all those entities taking care of business relationship, to be sure that we are at the making the coordination at the core of it. So all the delegations that we are having in Africa or in China and so on, we are trying, or India or Europe, we try to bring, of course, both private and public sector all together.
Business Connect, that's it for this edition. Find this program on our website and also follow us on our Facebook page. We'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye.